Hello, Team Elevate. I'm super excited to be here. Let me give it a second, see if anybody gets notifications. I only like to know that comments work. In case you have a question later, if you are watching the replay, please let me know. I always love, if you have questions later, also make sure you tag me so I see them. So, always can ask questions. But tonight I want to talk to you guys about some really big things, because really big things are happening, okay? Like really, really big things are happening. So, give it one more second, see if these comments work. Guess I should introduce myself. Hi, Christine, thank you. Comments work, we can go. It's a go time. So, those of you are like, who's this crazy woman and why is she here? My name is Monica. I have been with Color Street for 4.5 years. I actually have a team called Team Juice Happiness. They are the loves of my life, literally. I love, love, love doing what I do because of nail polish. And I'm gonna get to do it even more because of what it's about to happen. So we're gonna talk about that. Hi, Danya, hello, hello. Hi, Becca, hi, April. So let's talk about some things we can do. Oh, I guess I should tell you a little more. Hold on. I have 5 kids, so there's never any excuses to me because I have 3 plus 2 bonus, so 5 total. I'm a busy, busy person, multiple businesses, multiple shared custody things, so many schedules. I got all the things, all the fun things, just like everybody else. So I love to preface that only because I don't like excuses. I'm kind of that like, you can't BS me kind of person. I'm a little bit of a straight shooter. If I swear, I apologize ahead of time. I usually have a no swearing until 9 p.m. rule, but I haven't talked to an adult in almost 2 days. So it could come out. Just gonna put that out there. It could come out. With that, what's happening? Well, in 16 days, we are gonna have this little thing called National Conference, okay? National Conference is everything, right? Like if you're not excited, it's time to get excited. In 16 days, you guys are going to see things you have no idea that you're going to see. I promise you, you have no idea what some of the things you're going to see. We're going to have subscription boxes. We're going to have at least some kind of lip color, right? We know lip color. You guys are all earning it right now or working towards it. You're getting that box, going toward for that lip color. Yes. If you are not doing that, you need to do that. Why? FOMO. Because you want that product. You want that subscription box, okay? This is totally off. I'm getting off the beaten path here, but you want that. You want to be able to tell your customers and show them, go live with them. Think of how that's going to feel, getting that box, getting to take a picture of that box, telling everybody you earned that box. I'm just all about it. I'm all about it. I love it. I'm excited. Can you tell? So in 16 days, a lot of announcements are going to happen, and a lot is going to change. In the next 60 days, I truly believe we're going to be a very different company than we are right now. We're going to have the same morals. We're going to have the same product quality, but we're going to be so much more. We're going to be in an entire different industry, guys. Do you understand that this is one in a lifetime? All right, that you're already in an incredible company that is going into an entirely different market. That's huge. Don't waste this opportunity. All right, if the last couple months have felt like long or dragging, or you don't know, that's okay. We all have those seasons. It's honestly part of business. Have you always loved every moment of your job? I doubt that. Has it always been perfect? I doubt that. But now it's time to get excited. And why? Because if you don't, I told my team this, and I'm going to be really honest with you. You're going to get left behind. And nobody wants you to be left behind. We want you to come with us. We want you to do this with us, right? Like I told you, real sharpshooter. I'm trying to be a little softer for you guys, a little softer, since it's the first time. So you want me back. See me again someday. All right, so 60 days, new products will more than likely be in our hands, right? Different company, one in a lifetime. Don't miss it. I want you to think of something, because we're going to talk about some steps now. I love steps. I love to do. Yes! All right. You can't control the world around you. You can't. But you can control how you show up to it. All right? The last few months might have seemed hard, but if you keep showing up, that is what you can do. And for that, you will be better. And even if you only show up at 10%, show up, okay? Show up. So, what is the best thing you can do between now and the next 60 days? There's one thing that you can do more than anything else, and that's your ABCs. Because you need to build relationships. Build relationships, build relationships, build relationship. If you were not told, you have been told now, we are in the relationship business. I am here today. I am successful in my personal business. I was a top leader in another company before this. Why? Because I built relationships and I put the person first. I put my team first. I put my customers first. I put my community first. I put people first. So you're going to build relationships. And if you're not doing that, I'm going to give you some steps on how to make it better, okay? So you're like, Mon, what the hell is the ABCs? I love acronyms. I love metaphors. I love all the funny things. Monica came up with this about 2 months ago, and ABCs is simply this. If you want to be successful, you need to ask, you need to be consistent, and you need to connect. Ask, be consistent, connect. And if you don't do A and B, C, like C is that connect, that building relationships, you have to do A and B to get to C. Because if you don't ask and you aren't consistent, you're not building the trust, thus you cannot connect. See what I did there? So the ABCs. So what is an ask? An ask is for the opportunity, asking about the opportunity. All right, sample post, referrals. When's the last time you asked for a referral? Okay, they can't have a nail bar. Do they know somebody else who would want to get free product? We often forget about these things. We get so lost in our head and we so overthink this business. This business is work, but it's not complicated. All right, remember that. Nail bars. Are you asking for nail bars? Are you asking about orders? Are you following up with people? Being consistent. All right, remember, and this is so true. It takes 3 weeks minimum to create a habit. It takes 90 days or 3 months to create a lifestyle. If you start today on what we talk about and the different things, you're gonna be 2/3 of the way to that lifestyle. You're gonna have a habit formed a week after conference. What? And see, like, all you gotta do is start. And it doesn't matter what happened today. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened 2 years ago. I don't care. What matters is what's happening right now and what you choose to do and how you choose to show up. Like, I'm about to choose, okay? Choose happiness. It's not even about happiness. It's about choosing you and choosing to show up for you. So, the connect is that build relationships. Hi, friends. How are you? How are we going to do that? Step 1. I'm the queen of this. This is my, hold on, I need coffee. I told you 5 kids, it's summer. It's like, mindset. You're like, man, right? None of this works without mindset. If you are not coming at this with a growth mindset, all right, I'm gonna give you a very simple definition of growth mindset. I had to write this one down, so give me a second. I hate reading my own stuff. It's a belief that you are capable of change, because I would screw this up, and expansion, and can improve with effort. It's the belief that you are capable, because you are. If you didn't, nobody told you, I just did. You're capable of anything you want to do. The only person stopping you is simply you. I don't know, it's not your spouse. It's not your significant other. It's not your kids being sick yesterday. It's not your mom not supporting you or your sisters having a nail bar for you. It's not any of that. It's you. You are it. You need to show up. All right. And if you are struggling with your mindset and you're struggling to do these things, I have a huge thing. I won't get on a personal coaching call with anybody on my team. I don't care if you're 20 lines down and a stylist or a national director. You will not get on a phone call with me without doing personal development. Personal development to me is why I'm here today. Building relationships and personal development, 2 huge things. Personal development, all you need is 5 minutes a day. You're going to do more because you're going to love it. Personal and business development are everything. Do you know there's only one thing that no one can take from you, and that is education, and that is your mindset? Nobody can take it. No, really think about it. Because when I remember I had a professor once tell me that, like, the only thing that people cannot take from you is education. So if you're doing business development, but first off, personal development, it's huge. If you only have 15 minutes to work your business a day, the first 5 minutes, You do 5 minutes of personal development, that next 10 minutes, you're going to do twice of what you would have done if you worked all 15 minutes on just the task in which you had to do. I promise you. I swear to God. So 5 minutes a day. And you're like, I don't have 5 minutes. Yes, you do. All right. Are you in the line for Starbucks? You start it when you get in that line. You start that personal development. You tell your kids you need the 5 minutes. Throw on an earbud. You're in a drive-through. You're okay. It's safe. All right. You brush your teeth every day, right? 2 times a day, 2 minutes a day. Remember that whole thing? Set your timer. There's literally over 75% of your personal development, brushing your teeth. You go hide in the bathroom. Do you ever go hide in the bathroom? Or pretend that you're taking a really long shower, but it was really 5 minutes and you're just sitting there, quietly peaceful? Personal development. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all you have to do. Who do I love? So people always ask me this. I'm going to give you a few of my favorites. Doesn't mean they're for you. You need to find somebody who really, really gets your juices flowing. Les Brown changed my life. Les Brown is just somebody, his story. I love people who teach through stories. I love them sharing. I often use stories. He's my dude. All right. Love, love, love him. Mel Robbins. All right. She can do personal and business development. You know, it's kind of that on the cusp of both. She's a sharpshooter, kind of like me. She's from the north. I think she's from Mass. I live 20 minutes north of Boston, but I'm from Connecticut. Like, she just has that real matter of fact. So if you like that, if you want to hear a really great voice and you do want to be a leader one day and you do want to learn how to have better relationships with people and stuff like that, Simon Sinek. All day long, that man, and get him on audio. All right, you don't have to pay for this. You don't pay for personal development. That's what YouTube is for. YouTube is free, and that is where I've done all my personal development for 5 years, a top leader in the company. And I mean, yes, do I pay to expand my education? Absolutely. I go to masterminds now, I do all that stuff. But my everyday, I have stuck to my roots, and that's my free YouTube. I don't want you spending money. I want you to do it. And I know all of you have your YouTube app. You all have it. And even if you don't, you can get it through your browser. You have it. You already have it. Okay? So there you go. You have this ability. So starting there, write your goals down. Sounds simple. It's not. And don't overthink your goals. Break them down. What's your goals for month end? Okay? You got 11 days. What's your goal? What's your goal for conference? 16 days. Think about it in that. Think about it in short spurts. What's your goals for the next 30 days? I do believe in looking 30, 60, 90, and 1 year out. But I really want you to think about that in the next 30 to 60 days, especially, or the next 2 weeks, and what you can do in the next 2 weeks. What is your goal before conference? How many people are you going to talk to? How many relationships are you going to start building? How many people are you going to ask? You got to go for no. I used to compete with myself. When I was running, I would take 72 hours at a time and I would go for no. So Monday I would start usually. I would go through my list, my Frank's list or whatever you have for your list, and I would sit there and I would go for no. And if I got 10 no's that day, my number one goal on Tuesday was to get 11 no's. I was going to beat my no's the next day. Why? Because that means I am 11 steps. That means I had to ask more people than I asked the day before. And I would do it for 3 days straight. All right, that's just a side tip. Go for no. You know what no means? New opportunity. It means you're one step closer to where you want to be. A no is not a no. Our brains are programmed to say no. People are going to always say no first. They always do. And no does not mean forever. If any of you have ever had children, or even if you have pets, they tell you no every day, usually before you even have your first cup of coffee. Hey, do you want this cereal? No. Hey, come over. Let's go outside right now. Let's go outside, Sparky. No. They might not say the visual word, but they are telling you no. Does that change your day? Heck no. You show up. You show up and you keep going. You're not going to let other people saying no to you ever stop you. And if you are, today is the day you stop. That's a mindset shift. No is new opportunity. No means not right now. And that's it. Yeah, no, it's huge. It's so, so big. Sorry, I'm like super blind. So you're like, what is she doing? I'm like trying to read. I apologize. Yes, write it down. Go for now. Every day. New opportunity. That's all it means. It's an acronym, just like ask. Ask, or your ABCs, I'm sorry. Your ABCs? No, that's all the same. Connect. All right, 3, connect, right? That's the C. How am I going to do this, Mon? I don't know where to even start. I know. It is hard. We all forgot how to deal with people and see people in real life and all these things. 2 to 3, all right? Every single one of my STBs got this challenge about a month ago, and it has changed the course of their business. About 3 weeks ago. We've been working on it about 3 weeks. 2 to 3, organic, new organic. This means with a new person. So 2 to 3 different people, organic conversations a week. Not Color Street related. Okay, we're building relationships. We're not building customers. You don't want a customer. You want a community. You want a lifer. You want somebody in your network. You want them to grow with you. They're going to buy your nail polish. They're going to buy your lipstick. They're going to buy everything because they buy you, because you're going to build that relationship. All right, 2 to 3. All right, 2 to 3 new organic conversations this week. And then next week, I want you to do the same thing. And the week after. And when you get to 4 weeks and you realize that you're like, shit, I don't have 12 different people to have new organic conversations, it's going to show you maybe where you need to really work, which is to build your network. All right. That's going to tell you if you're still, if you have 12 new people, if you have 12 people in a month that you're talking to, think of how big that would be. 12 new people, true people in your network, because 12 people does not equal 12 people. 12 people equals at least 3 people per that person. That's 36 people. And then you take them and they multiply them by 3. Everybody's going to bring a friend or 2. Everybody's got at least one friend. That's what, like, I when I first started in direct sales, I put 60 people in a group. 3 of them I knew in real life. So that's why I love that number. 3 of them I grew in real life. Grew the group to 1,000, sold like crazy things. All you need is 3 people. So 2 to 3 people, okay? Not Color Street related. Now, how do you do that? You're gonna go, you can start on your Facebook page. Go down your friends list, and they can be people that you know. Maybe they're people from high school that you like where they've gone in life, but you guys have never really, like, you haven't talked in 10 years. Start up a conversation. How do you do that, Mon? Will you go through their, you can stalk them, but don't message, like, don't respond on like 3 weeks ago messages, or not messages, posts, but go to their first 1 or 2, make a comment or whatever, but try to get in their DMs, especially if they have stories up, or if they ever comment on your stories or heart it, respond. All right, respond and start that conversation. Or be like, hey, I saw that you made something last week and it looked so good and I can't find the post. You can totally find the post. Was wondering if you could give me the recipe. Oh my God, I saw that you got a schnauzer. I love them. They're my favorite. Did you get them from a breeder? Did you rescue them? Like, seriously, just make a BS conversation. Start somewhere. All right, start somewhere. Now, once you've done this conversation, you need to touch them 2 times every week going forward, at least for the next 2 months. All right. What's a touch? A touch means you like one of their posts. A touch means you have another conversation in your DMs, or you like one of their stories. You comment on a story, you comment on a post, you're touching them in some way. All right. It doesn't have to be a continuous, you're talking to them every week, but you need to continue to connect with them and make sure Facebook knows you're friends. All right. Because if Facebook thinks you're friends, they're going to show them everything you're doing. Okay. They're huge conversation starters. With Instagram and Facebook, stories are your friend. If you're not doing stories, that's next. Well, actually, next is you need to post on your personal page every day. Your VIP page is bonus. That is not where your business is being grown. Fun fact, your VIP is the frosting. You need to actually get the ingredients to make the cake first. That's your nail bars. That's building your relationships, building your community. Your personal page is key, because if you're not posting on it at least once a day, I'm not telling you need to post. It used to be this algorithm, and I used to teach this all the time. Social media is my jam. I built my entire organization online twice. Like, social media is my love language. But guys, it doesn't need to be like once a day right now. If you can post once a day and not Color Street, it's a 20-80 rule still. 20% of your content should be Color Street related. The rest should be your life and your pillars. And if you don't know what pillars are and all that stuff, well, KB, I will come back. We'll do pillars another day, okay? Because you need to be posting about you, because guess what? It doesn't matter what you're selling. It matters who you are. I mean, you should believe in what you're selling and you should sell quality products, which is why you're here. Thank goodness you're that smart. But at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's not about the pretty colors that came out this week. It's about you and you showing up, because they're buying you, girl and guy. You, my gentleman in here, they're buying you all day long. You can argue with me. That's fine. I'm telling you. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. So 3 to 5 stories a day, and not all of them should be Color Street. 2 to 3 Color Street. If you're doing 5, you can have 2, maybe 3. Make sure you're always pitching in your stories once a week, okay? Pitching in your stories minimum once a week, especially right now. And you need to pitch on your personal page. So remember we talked about that 2080 about 35 seconds ago? Well, one of those posts need to be a pitch. And you're like, I don't want to do that. Well, that's okay. Because it's not even your pitching. You might not want to pitch and be like, maybe you don't want a team. And that's okay. You don't need to have a team to have this business. That is not a requirement. But you need to pitch the actual business. All right. You need to pitch the relationships. All right. You need to pitch the quality, the products, the belief in the company. You need to pitch yourself and how successful you've been or the amazing things you're doing. Oh yeah. TikTok. Hold on. Let's see if it is going to let me open this comment. I bet you it won't. My phone hates me. It's so about you. It is. Yes. Oh no, parties are huge. Nail bars are everything. We can even talk about that. That wasn't like, that is like, there's eggs. You can't make like your nail bars are the flour for the cake. Like you can't make a cake. Yeah, you can make that chocolate flourless chocolate cake. Nobody wants that. I'm going to tell you. It sounds better in theory. You need the flour. Okay, you need it. You need it. That's your nail bars. All right. When you are pitching, told you I love metaphors. When you're pitching, I want you to think about something. How are you pitching? Are you just pitching hard pitches? Join me, join me, join me. That's okay. Are you just pitching things that attract you? Maybe you are somebody who loves trips and loves all the shiny things, and that's awesome. You don't want to just pitch to people that are like you. You want a team. If you are growing a team, you want a team and a customer base that is diverse and has different love languages and personalities, because it's going to make your culture stronger. It's going to make your foundation stronger. So I want you to think about that. Who are you pitching to? You or to the world? Because you needed to pitch to the world. If you pitch 4 times a month, one of them needs to be stats. Because you guys, you're part of the top team in the company, and you can throw numbers out there, yada yada yada, right? If you need to be pitching incentives and getting to travel, if you're going to conference or earning trips, those are all shiny things. Like, people love that stuff. You need to be pitching the relationships. All right. I teach a whole entire thing on pitching to the lenses. All right. I don't think you guys do color lenses, so I didn't want to get into all those words, but really those different love languages, personality types. So incentives, trips, stats, inclusivity, relationships, sister. I am so sorry. Am I there? I never have connection issues. Of course I'm going to have it for you guys. Of course. I am freezing. Am I here now, Christina? I'm sorry. I did stop talking. I saw that I was reconnecting and freezing. And give me the thumbs, the hearts, or whatever, so that I know now it's back. I'm sorry. Facebook's hating. Yes. Okay, it's better. Thank you. I apologize about the technical difficulties. I'm like, yeah, I never freeze. Here we are. Good. That is huge. Make sure you're pitching. So building those relationships, that A, B, C, those are it. Like, if you are focusing on these organic conversations, you're being extremely intentional when you're on social media. Set your alarms. Do not get lost in the scroll. All right, you don't have time for that. Treat this like a job. You have to post once a day or you're not going to get paid. Not, this is a business and whatever. No, treat it like a job every day. Show up like it's your job. Because it is your job. If you want to make money on it, that's why you're here, and you want to be successful, or you want to grow a team so you can help other women, or whatever that looks like for you, there's no wrong answer. Treat it like a job. All right? Treat it like a job. Show up like that. Write those goals down. Do all those things. And a couple bonus things. Education is key. Going forward, Color Street is going, especially starting, I believe, at conference. They're going to really be educating us about makeup and cosmetics and beauty and lipstick and all that stuff, right? If you don't know about these things, listen to that. And that's okay. And a lot of people, I've had people come up to me, Mon, I'm real nervous. I don't wear makeup, a lot of makeup. Great, that's okay. You don't need to wear a lot of makeup to sell makeup. Why? Because you're going to be yourself. So don't get caught up in that you need to be this makeup expert to sell makeup. No, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your community and be like, hey guys, we're selling lipstick. And it is phenomenal, like top quality. We're talking the top of the top. Can't mention those names. It is incredible, yada, yada, yada. I don't know how to use makeup. Can someone help me? Like, what's your tips? What's your best tips? Ask them. You're going to find your next stylist that way. Ask them. Be real. Don't be like magically show up, you know, being a hot mess your whole life and then show up like glam queen. That's not you. Don't change who you are because you're changing your product. Be yourself. It is okay if you're not a big makeup person, but everybody does throw lipstick on now and then. All right. And it's going to be an incredible product and you're going to have people want it because you're real, because you're you. I promise you. Okay. Don't change that. I want to tell you that now. I want to preface that because that's coming and I really want people to never change who they are for anything. Not for $1, not like, no. You will change and adapt. I believe in changing. If I am not a better person tomorrow, then there's something wrong. All right? I'm always working towards that. But don't change what you love and who you really are at the core for anything. Okay? Life trade secret. Like I threw my entire life, like restarted my entire life about 7 years ago. I promise. Like it's worth it. It's worth it. You can do it. And then get uncomfortable. That's your bonus. That's your bonus tip. Get uncomfortable. It's now. It's now. If you don't like no, go get those no's. Start with one. The biggest thing you can do is show up. It can be baby steps. You can even be like, do you guys sing to your kids? Anybody have kids watch sing to? Tippy toes, tippy toes. I don't see your tippy toes. I want to see those damn tippy toes, okay? You don't need to be sprinting. You don't need to be running, you know, at 100 miles an hour. You need to take the first step. And then you need to take the next one. And if it's inches or if it's leaps, that is not, there's no wrong to that. Start. All right. If you have felt that you are not getting what, you know, you haven't been doing, working your business or you've let it go, or, okay. So today's a new day. You're getting an entire new industry. You're getting new products. You're getting new stuff. You're getting subscription boxes, things you don't know about. Like, you can treat it like a whole new business. Start over. Start now. Right now. You have 60 days until you probably have it even in your, maybe your hands physically. Yes. And that, see, Rhonda, and that's okay. And there's going to be other things. There's going to be other things. And like, I appreciate makeup. I don't wear makeup every day. I appreciate it. I love it when I need it. Okay. That's okay. That is okay. So get uncomfortable. All right. Try something new. If you've been doing the same things for your business and, you know, like that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get different results. It's time to try something new. If you don't post every day on social media, make a goal. I'm going to post every day this week. One post. Diverse things. Your pillars. Whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks like. Okay? So big. It's so big. Get uncomfortable. Take the first steps. If you're scared, here, I read this and I absolutely love it. Recently, I shared it with some of my leaders. If you're scared or afraid of what you're doing and it gives you anxiety and like I want your heart to be palpitating. Yes, I want it literally to be beating. I want you to get like, I told my girls, I was like, I want you to like be like grabbing at your shirts, swearing at me, being like this, and you know who, like swear at me, get upset, like get angry. But here you go. I'm afraid. I want you to reframe that. I'm excited. Did you just see even how my mouth went when you say the word? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And reframe it to I'm excited. It makes you smile. But here, I want you to think about this, and I really mean it. if you're excited, you can't be like being excited. Think about the emotion of excited. Like you're excited. You don't know what's to come. It is the unknown, but you're excited about it because you're taking that step. So reframe that, the way you look at fear and the way, don't let it control you. It is so big. It is so big. All right. So I promise, just try that. And I think I got really squirrel about your goals. We did say write your goals down. Okay. And what I didn't say was writing them down will make them go up like 50%. Saying them out loud even more, like 70%. So like say them to somebody, voice memo them, call them, get on a Zoom call, talk to your upline, sideline sisters, whatever. Get an accountability partner. Get an accountability partner. It's going to make, you know, like it's like a 90% chance of hitting your goals if you write them down, put them in front of you, say them out loud, and tell somebody and have somebody who's working on similar goals. Fun fact. Forgot that part. So I wanted to go back. But get uncomfortable. Do it. Do it for you. You're worth it. You're worth it. Remember why you started this. Remember what you felt like when you got that kit. Remember that. Remember the first time you did something that made you uncomfortable and it all turned out okay. You're still here. Anything you've ever done that was scary, guess what, guys? You're here. You've already made it past your hardest day. You've survived every hard day. You have survived every hard day. You've survived every hard thing, and you've all done really freaking hard things. Let's be real, right? That's it. So, do your ABCs. Start there. Ask. Be consistent and connect. And if you are going to conference, I cannot wait to see you. If you see me, I will have this bright hair still. It's a weave. So that's why I change it. But, all right. So if you see me, please come up to me. I would love to meet you. And thank you, KB, for having me and your incredible team. And I know you guys are going to kill it. I cannot wait to see what you do with beauty.